Okay, we are recording. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for getting on tonight. Every Wednesday night, if you're new here, first of all, welcome to the team. But every single Wednesday night, we do a team get together, team huddle, team training, whatever you want to call it, where we all just jump on Brady Bunch style and we try to share tips that have been working for us throughout the week. I like to shout out anyone that's been doing an amazing job. So much happens here, but thank you for jumping on. We like to keep it to an hour, so I'm going to stick to that. And the first thing that I'm going to start off with are some announcements. I don't want to waste a whole bunch of time here, but these were some things that have been announced in the last week. And I want to make sure that we're taking advantage of them because not only are they going to benefit our customers, but they're going to completely boost our volume as well. So if you're taking advantage of these couple of things, then you will see a volume increase. But before I go over the announcements, I just want to say congratulations. I just saw her face to Kaylee Quinn. I legit screamed out loud when I heard Mike and Mark call her name today. So last week, if you didn't know, last week there was a sample contest for the Skinny Brew. And it was like top 100, we're going to win the coffee dealer hat that Mark announced last week on the family call, I think it was. And we had a couple of teammates who were like busting their humps for it. So I can't wait to hear from anybody. Message me if you got the email yet that you received the coffee dealer hat, because I know a lot of you were working really hard towards it. But Kaylee messaged me and she's like, I'm winning that hat. Like, I don't care what I got to do. I'm winning that hat. And I was like, all right, girl, let's go. And so I could, every time she signed a sample, she let me know. Well, turns out today it was announced that she was in the top, I think this is accurate, Kaylee. So tell me if I'm wrong or not. But the people that were drawn from that bag were the top 10 sample sellers in the company last week, right? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So it's just an honor, I think, in general that she was there, our entire company of 200,000 distributors, she was in the top 10 of our entire company last week for the amount of samples that she sold. And then just to like make it even bigger, two names were drawn, and she was the first one that was drawn. I like screamed, peed my pants a little bit, messaged her on like every way I could. I like messaged her on Facebook, and then I text her, and then I like wrote her an email, like all the things. I was just like, Kaylee, where are you? You just won. So congratulations, girl. I know I'm putting you on the spot here a little bit, but in a couple of minutes, I would love, after I run through the announcements, I would love to have you unmute. You know what? Let's just do it right now, if you don't mind. Just unmute yourself and like give us 1 to 2 tips. Like tell us how many samples you sold last week, first of all, and then like tell us what you're doing to sell those samples. And then let's just like, I know that they all just went out last week, or maybe they're just receiving them now, but like, what are you going to do now to convert them over to loyal customers? Because that's huge.
So, okay, I'm not sure if you guys can hear me because I have different headphones that work and don't work. I honestly literally went through my entire list, like just like from the beginning. I started in September with this company and I went all the way back to September. Every single person, I sent out the message. I was going to say, I can drop it in the chat for you ladies if you'd like, because in the message, I explained that they are for sale and that they are not free. Let's see here. Anyways, I can't find it right now, but I'm gonna put it in the chat for you girls. So that's all I did is I went through and I sent that message first. I waited if they were interested. So let them think about it or anything like that. And when I did it at first, I started selling one sample pack for 15 and the 2 for the 25. And I had so many people wanting to do the 2 for 25. So I was just selling them left and right. And then I came across like reading a script somewhere and I was like, oh crap, okay, everybody else is selling them for 20 and then the other for 35. So I started doing that. And still nobody batted an eyelash because the script that I was originally sending out, like the original message, was saying that they were for sale and that they weren't free, like right off the bat. And I was just asking them pretty much if they would help me win the contest. I was straight up like transparent as I'm trying to win this contest, a one-on-call training with my CEO. It'd be super grateful if you could help. It's for most samples sold. So it's, when you during your talk and Shelby, I'm definitely going to drop it in there for everybody. But I immediately, the next day, I asked, hey, are you still interested? And then the next, if they were interested or if they weren't interested, I sent them a message like, hey, I'm not sure if you saw my previous message. I'm just trying to send out as many samples as possible. Are you a coffee drinker? And then a lot of people came back and were like, I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't drink coffee. I can't have caffeine. I can't handle that. That's too much. So I wrote them all down on a separate list for a keto tea conversation. And after I do my follow-ups on these samples, I'm going to start asking people to, hey, do you want to try this tea? But as far as moving forward to transferring them as to loyal customers, majority of them just got their samples today or like around today. So I'm going to be checking in with them, asking them, have you tried it? Do you like it? And my friend Destiny, she sent me a screenshot and I asked her, I said, hey, you told me how you like it and you're loving it. Can I share it on Facebook? So that's another thing that I plan on doing right away is the people that are giving me the reviews, I'm going to be shouting them out and giving them recognition on Facebook so that way they can see that, hey, other people are interested in cheering you on too, that you can do what I'm doing. So that way it opens the door to have that distributor conversation as well too. So that's what I'm doing so far.
Okay, Miss Solid Gold tips. Thank you. I was like putting stuff in my phone. Like, okay. That's amazing. Because I think what you said there that a lot of people get tripped up about is, thank you, baby, is like you went through your entire list and messaged them specifically about Skinny Brew samples. And I think a lot of people get freaked out like, I don't want to go through my list about Skinny Brew because they're my PLCs. Like, I don't want to get my sample people mixed up with my PLCs because they're separate when really they're not. Like, your Skinny Brew people are going to convert to LCs always because we all know, maybe not right away, but eventually, because all you need is 3 days with the Skinny Brew to know that they're gonna love it. You know what I mean? So I love that because now all these people, like maybe they were HSN, maybe they were skincare, maybe they were keto coffee, like whatever your PLC was, you stirred the dust. That's what Jade Hooper calls it. She sends them a message that gets them reinterested. And not only are they now like a reinterested potential loyal customer, but you made money off of them too. You made quick cash off of them. So yay! And you got rewarded big time for it. So proud of you. Can't wait to hear how it all goes with converting them over. So a couple of announcements that I want to share with you guys from Nashville. Nashville. Did I say that earlier too? From Arizona, from Scottsdale training this past weekend. I'm just saying Nashville because I can't wait for Nashville. Okay, but anyways, this past weekend, couple things were announced. One is right now through the remainder of the month, I believe it started on the 8th all the way through the 31st. A loyal customer, whether they're a current loyal customer, a customer who, active loyal customer, whether they're still ordering or not, and any newly enrolled loyal customers, when their order is $99 or more, they're going to get completely free shipping. And this is huge, you guys, because people do the darndest things for free shipping. Like, how many times have you been ordering on Amazon? I think Amazon does it. No, not Amazon, but like tons of websites out there, like Express, American Eagle, all of them, Target for sure, where you have like you have like $35 or $40 in the cart, and then Target's like, free shipping with a $50 purchase, and you're like, oh my gosh, I only have to spend $15 more and I'm going to get this free shipping. Meanwhile, shipping's only $7.99, and it's like, what? But people do crazy things for free shipping. So use this to your advantage, because, okay, so if it's $99 for free shipping and your customer is already getting a 30-day supply of Skinny Brew and they're paying $79 for it, all they need to do is add one product to their cart. I know, Angel, I am too. I'm like, yes, I will get 3 more bathing suits for free shipping. Like, sign me up. But so Skinny Brew is $79. All they have to do is add one more product to their cart. Literally could be the cheapest product that we have, Fat Fighters, for $25, and they're going to get free shipping. So, like, tell the world about this free shipping offer, and be like very, it's one thing to just post it on your Facebook, like, oh my gosh, I just found out free shipping for everybody. Like, it's one thing to post like that, but chances are you're not, I can't speak for it. So if you did post like that and you got a ton of hits from it, then like, tell me that I'm wrong here. But I think it needs to be more like an individual conversation as you're signing every single one of your loyal customers up. Don't let them check out without knowing, hey, look, your order is this. All you have to do is add this at the very minimum to your cart, and you're going to get completely free shipping on it, because most of them are going to do it. I'm just telling you guys, most of them are going to do it. Second thing is, if they spend $200 or more, they're going to get 10% off on an additional, actually, I don't know, probably on an additional order, right? Not on that order. Does anyone know? I'm not sure there. We'll have to look into that and go look at the rules, or if anyone wants to go, if a green wants to go look it up really quick and drop it in the chat, so that's okay too. But so anyways, $99, they're going to get free an order of 99 or more, they're going to get free shipping. An order of $200 or more, they're going to get free shipping and 10% off. So you guys, this is our chance to really be upselling people, asking them what their goals are. We talk to you guys about upselling all the time, and how, a lot of us who don't have a sales background like me, the word upselling freaks me out or makes me feel skeevy, or like I'm getting somebody to do something that they don't necessarily want to do. But that's not what we're doing here, you guys. Our job is to find out these people's goals so that we can provide them with the products that are truly going to help them. And we know that if somebody wants to lose 50 pounds, they shouldn't just be getting Skinny Brew. They should be getting more than that. We should be getting them on a cleanse to get them started with. We should be getting them on the Skinny Brew, but offering them the greens and the probiotics and, maybe the TFX. So we're never tricking people into getting more than they need. We're educating them and letting them know that if they truly want to lose X, Y, and Z amount of pounds, this is what we recommend to them. And a lot of people just need to be told what they need. So you'd be surprised that when you are upselling and you flip your mindset and remember that that word is just helping them get what they need and not just giving them crap that they don't, then it makes the upselling so much easier. And now we have these other offers to help too, the free shipping, the 10% off, all great stuff. So those are amazing. Definitely take advantage of those 2 offers. I need to write something down on here that I don't want to forget to tell you guys. All right, so 2 more announcements from the training that we just had in Scottsdale. One is there's I'm trying to remember how they phrased it, but basically there's like an all access pass where you can go into your eSuite and purchase all of the training so far, which right now it's just conference in Scottsdale, but you'll have access to these trainings. It's $149, and you're going to have access to all of the content from conference and other trainings too, which this is like so valuable. So, especially if you can't make it to these events, if you can't make it to the event, this is second best. You never want to miss this content, you guys. You can never stop learning and stop growing. Today, I went to, I'm out of my mind right now. Not today. this past weekend, I went to Scottsdale and I just like, my mind was blown with the amount of information I was learning. And it was one thing too that I really loved about this event is because they're smaller in size and because different people from around the country are going to the ones that, you know, are maybe closer to their city or whatever, we got to hear from people that we don't always hear from. And you know, there's pros and cons to both. Like, of course we want to be hearing from the top of the top who's obviously killing it for a reason, but sometimes it's nice to hear from the you know, diamonds and doubles and triples, you know, like the people that you just don't hear from that are still killing it. And so some people talked at Scottsdale that I was just like, yes, like I need to hear from you. And one of them was that girl Tamika, I think her last name is Davis. She's a triple diamond and she just had so many tips about customer retention and loyal customers and samples. Like, she's a boss at selling samples. And she was actually chosen to speak on this panel in Scottsdale. And she was like, you know what? If I'm going to speak on this panel about samples, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to pay for my flight to Arizona with sample cash. So in 2 weeks, she made $400 with her sample cash. Kaylee, I didn't even do the math for how much you made in like the last 6 days, but she bought her plane ticket with her sample cash to get her to Arizona. And I just thought that was so cool and just something that we can all be really, really using, you know, like, is your goal right up there on your whiteboard? If you don't have a ridiculous whiteboard like I do, like, is your goal right there on your calendar or right there on the home screen of your phone, like how much you're going to sell in sample cash? Like, we are very focused on like, how many LCs are we signing this week? How many distributors are we signing this week? How much volume do we need this week to be able to reach our March 31st goal? Like, these are things that we like impress into you guys. I don't know if that's the right word, but that we, you know, like, you guys know these are things that you should be doing every week. Like, what are my weekly goals? But something new that I want you to be including in that every single week is, what's your Skinny Brew cash goal? This sample cash goal every single week. What's your goal? Because I mean, you could be paying your mortgage with Skinny Brew cash. How amazing would that be? You could be paying your car payment. You could be paying for dinner and a babysitter. You know what I mean? Like, this is huge. And then just going on, just like a little more about this sample cash before I move on, is me and Phil were talking about something on the ride home, and I was like, okay, if I, you know, the business is booming and this team is incredible, and there is just like mountains being moved and just crazy stuff happening on this team. I'm seeing it in the reports. I'm seeing it on your faces. You guys are messaging me. You're letting me know about the raises that you're getting on your paychecks. Like, it's all good stuff. But I'm like, in a dream world, if there's something that we could be doing more of right now, I think it would be welcoming new distributors to this team. If you're like killing it with welcoming distributors, then you can just like put earmuffs on for a minute if you want to. But I'm like, if that's the one thing that we could be improving on, it's welcoming distributors. Like, we are enrolling. There are new teammates being welcomed to this team every single day, but it's not like this mass, it's not this mass amount, which part of it's probably, if I'm being honest with myself, part of it's probably comparison to last year, which last year was totally different. We had like $9.99 code, $10 codes last year for people to get started for $10. And like, we learned that it was more of a like, people were joining without feeling a true commitment to their business, you know. So people were coming, but they were going. They were coming just as quickly. They were going just as quickly as they were coming. And so we can't compare to last year. So if you have been around for a year or more and you're comparing your business right now to your business last year, don't do that. Don't, because this is a new year. We got new stuff going on. We have brand new products. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the Pam went live a couple days ago or weeks ago. I can't even remember, but she was like, we are new. We are a brand new company because we have completely transformed ourselves over this last year. We're welcoming in quality distributors that see the value in their business, and we're not cheapening ourselves to $9.99, because that's not who we are. That's not what we are. We want people that see the value and that see the vision for this company. We've completely revamped our products. We've gotten rid of the old and brought in the new. We've rebranded. We have like pop-ups. We've even rebranded our verbiage. We no longer do, we no longer do wrap parties. Now we do pop-ups, and we now lead with coffee instead of leading with the wrap. Like, this is a brand new company. So like, nobody, when I have the PDT conversation, like, hey, are you familiar with It Works Global? Even when someone says yes, I'm like, okay, cool. Let me tell you more about us, because they don't know. They literally don't know. No one knows about It Works because we are new. We're the new right now. So I don't even know where I was going with that. What was I even talking about? I do this every single time, you guys. But
talking about that new.
Talking about that new. I knew that. Okay, but that did refresh my memory. So I was talking about distributors. So not comparing yourself to last year, if you were around last year, and just focusing on this year. But what can we be doing differently this year to be bringing in new, fresh blood, new teammates, new people that want this? And I think that we need to remember to be talking about our wins. And if you're a brand new distributor, your wins are, I just got started with this amazing company and I am so excited. These are my goals. These are the things I'm going to accomplish. I'm going to get to take my kids to Disney World this summer. I'm going to get to pay for my entire car payment each month with this business. I'm going to be able to get my nails and my hair done. I'm going to be able to go to the movies with my husband whatever it is. But like, these small things, these are wins. These are wins that people need to see. If you're not talking about these things every single day, I have a lot of new distributors who are like month 2, month 3, whatever. And they're like, I'm not signing any distributors and I don't know why not. Like, I'm messaging like you're telling me to. Thank you. You need to message. You have to message. But you have to show people. The people that you're messaging are not necessarily going to join you on the spot. Like, most won't. They need to watch you. They need to see what you're doing. And so messaging and posting goes hand in hand. You message, you say, hey, Nikki, have you ever thought about making extra income from home? And you're like, I don't know. Like, yeah, sure, I thought about it, but whatever her objection is. And then you know what the first thing is she's going to do as soon as you guys stop that conversation right there? She's going to go check you out. Nikki, did you go check my profile out when I messaged you?
Yes, I did.
See? And so she probably saw that I was very consistently posting, and she saw my goals. She saw the things that I wanted to accomplish. She saw the things that I was accomplishing. And so this is what you guys need to be doing. And I think the biggest thing for new distributors is they're saying, well, I don't have any accomplishments. I haven't reached any goals. So you need to talk about what's going to happen for you with this company. There's a whole list on Unit 1 of Team Bomb Diggity. There's a Unit 1, maybe like task 7, 8, or 9, like it's a little bit lower down. There's a whole list of things, like 25 things that you as a new distributor can be talking about that are equally as valuable as me being in the business 5 years, top 150 income earner, earn bonuses, blah, 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 blah. Like, that stuff, like, it's great to talk about, but if I'm being completely honest, you don't know how many people that I hear all the time that are top income earners, like top 50, top 10, top whatever, that say, I don't even tell people that I'm top 10. I don't tell people how much I make. I don't share how many bonuses I've earned or what amount, because it's not relatable. People that are watching you want to see that they can make a couple extra $100. They want to see that they can pay for their phone bill this month before it turns off, or before they run out of minutes, or however that works these days. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be sharing the stuff that's relatable. So who cares if you haven't earned a bonus? Talk about the stuff that's truly relatable. So if you're brand new, talk about what's going to happen. Talk about how you're about to reach this shopping spree. You're about to get $150 that you can spend on anything you want. Talk about how you just welcomed five or six new customers to your team. Talk about how you're gonna welcome 5 or 6 new customers to your team. Like, I don't care. Talk about these little wins. And then if you've been in for, let's say, 3 to 6 months, you've gotten a few paychecks. Maybe they haven't been anything to write home about. Like, I don't recommend you quitting your job like I did. Like, there's still good things to talk about though, right? Like, you're making more money with that small paycheck than if you had never started this business in the first place. So talk about that. Be transparent. It's okay to say, I made my first paycheck, or I made my third paycheck, and although it's not gonna, cover my car payment, it's sure as heck gonna cover like gas in my car for the week. Because trust me, you guys, there's people out there that don't even have the money to fill their gas tank all the way. That was me for a long time. How many of you maybe in the past, or maybe even still, just fill it to $15? I'm just going to put $15 in, and when I run out, I'll put 15 more in. And then when I run out, I'll put 15 more in. That was me for so long. And it felt so good to be able to fill my entire gas tank. And you better believe that I shouted that out, because although $45 might not mean a lot to somebody, it meant a lot to me. And so I knew there was other people out there that would relate with that. So, as you start to reach these bigger goals, continue talking about them. But you guys, you have to be saying these things every single day. So even if you're like, I already told my story yesterday, you got to tell it again. You got to tell your story. You got to talk about where you're going. You have to talk about where you're going to go. Like, I'm not done yet. I still have goals, and I'm going to keep talking about my goals every day. You guys, every single day, you got to talk about this stuff. And so I truly think that, and you can share other people's success stories too. So talk about what you see going on with me. Talk about what you see going on with other leaders, or your enroller, or maybe it's someone that's not even on our team. Talk about Jade Hooper's, rags to riches story, or I don't know, like whoever it is that you relate with, talk about their story, because that stuff is what draws people in and what truly gets teammates. How you truly build your team. And I think that just posting consistently, it's because you're messaging, you're getting their attention, and then, like I said, they're going and they're checking you out, and you've got to have those posts on there to prove that you're open for business. Okay, so I'm like just on a rampage here. I haven't even made it through all the announcements, and I just keep like weaving in weird stuff. Hopefully you guys are following me here tonight. I had a keto coffee at 6 p.m., so I'm wired. All right.
I figured as much.
What?
I figured as much. I really did. I was like, she has to be on some of that coffee
Just a little
or
bit.
something else.
No big
I'm
deal.
jealous.
Okay, so next thing, Nashville, you guys. Tickets are for sale for Nashville. If you are anywhere around Tennessee, or you just really want to go to Tennessee, it's April 19th, I believe. It's Sunday. Oh, I don't have April hanging up. I was looking at March. I think it's a Sunday, or I know it's a Sunday, but I think it's the 19th. Tickets are on sale. They're $49. So if you're in Tennessee, around Tennessee, or are willing to travel to Tennessee, I'm going to be there. I know Rochelle's going to be there. Kristen Champagne's going to be there. Hopefully some other people will be there too. I'm so excited about it. It's going to be amazing. And like I said, every event, there will always be new content. You'll always be learning something new. You're never done learning. You're never done growing. So if this is an event you can get to, I highly recommend at least looking into it, and don't look at the price tag and think like, nope, can't afford it, because you guys, that's what the sample cash is all about. Like, this sample cash can pay for stuff, big stuff, just like that girl Tamika. She paid her entire $400 flight with sample cash in a couple of weeks. So don't let the money aspect of it hold you back. Sydney, it is, I think, April 19th. I think that's the correct date for it. Okay, sorry, I got distracted by a text. Okay, so what have I not shared yet? Oh yeah, okay. So one big thing that I wanted to share with you guys, I'm really excited. I was going to post it in the team page today, and I haven't told any of the leaders about this yet. I probably should have told you guys, but I was going to post it today, and then I didn't. And I was like, I'm going to share it on the team training tonight so that I can explain it a little bit to you guys, and then we can get started on it. But basically, I want to do a contest which is going to help with promotions, month-end promotions. It's going to help with volume in general. It's going to help each of us individually boost our sales. And it pretty much just breaks down to the amount of volume that you need to be a qualified leg for each of us, every single one of us as distributors to be a qualified leg. So a qualified leg means that you personally have 400 in volume, personally, you. So that's about $400 in sales. And I saw a lot of you like die a little bit. And then I saw some of you like, yeah, I got that. I'm good. And then some of you are looking at me like, I don't even know what you're talking about. But we're going to all strive to be at 400 PBV, personal bonus volume. If you aren't sure what that means, it's basically just the sum of all of your personally enrolled customers and plus any orders that you personally place too. So if you run an auto shipment like you should, then that 80 BV or whatever your auto shipment is goes towards your PBV as well. So all of your customers that you personally enroll, it's their BV all added up, plus anything you buy yourself. So the contest, I'm trying to pull it up because I don't want to, give me 1 second here. I don't want to say anything wrong. I want to make sure I get it all right here because I already typed everything up. Okay. So basically the contest will be 7 LCs with 60 BV each, minimum. And so the reason that I'm doing this, because we all know with the new steps to success, it's 6 LCs, right? Well, for this contest, because I want each of us to be a qualified leg, we're going to do 7 LCs with a minimum of 60 BV. And that's going to get you, if you get those 7 LCs and they're all 60 BV, then you're going to be at 420 personal bonus volume. Okay. And like I said, you need to be at 400 to be a qualified leg. So we're going to start it today, or we can start it. We'll start it tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and we'll go all the way through the end of the month. And basically there's going to be a couple of different prizes, which I haven't completely finalized the prizes yet. I have a couple things in mind, and trust me, they're going to be like good prizes, because this contest is going to be hard work. But luckily we have a lot of tools, like the free shipping tool and the 10% off tool and the sample coffee tool, like all of these things that are going to help us get 7 customers fairly easily. And they're going to be able to be that high BV of at least 60. So basically you're going to have all of this time. And once you get those LCs, you're going to be qualified to, or you're going to be in the, qualified to be in the contest. And you're just going to, we'll get it all set up on the team page to where you can drop your name once you're in, and we're going to do a drawing. And I think I'm going to have 7 winners. There's going to be a cash winner, which I haven't determined the amount of cash yet, but it's going to be good. And then we're going to have a winner for something else. I already know what it is, but I don't want to announce it yet. I'm going to wait to announce it tomorrow when I post this, or I'll post it tonight after the meeting. And then we're going to have 5 winners who will win a free product. So 7 winners total. 1 will win cash, 1 will win a gift, and 5 will win a free product. Okay, so 7 total winners. All you got to do is your job. All you got to do is go get those 7 LCs with 60 PBV, and you'll just enter your name as soon as you get the 7 LCs. So this is how I typed it up, and as I'm saying it out loud, there may be some things that I tweak here and there. For example, if you, I don't know, I might open it up to just like the entire month. So like if you've already gotten some LCs that already had 60 BV, then they can count towards this contest. I was going to start it like today starts it, but I think that I'll let all LCs count that are 60 BV and above, even if they were in the first week of March. And I'm basically just going to post it. And once you get your 7 LCs with 60 BV, you'll be entered into the contest, and then we'll draw the winners on April 1st. And I'm really excited about it. This is going to pump up all of our volume. If you are going towards a promotion, I don't want this part to like trip anybody up. So hear me out. If you have questions, reach out to your enroller. But if you're going towards a promotion, you can move these LCs. Okay. So even though these LCs might not be personally enrolled to you, because you guys know that after I did say PBV, right? All right. I don't mean to confuse everybody. Let's just stick with 7 LCs need to be enrolled 60 BV or above, and they can either stay directly under you or they can be moved if you're going for a promotion. Got it? Got it. Cool. If you don't got it, then reach out to your enroller or reach out to your diamond leader, and we'll make sure that everybody understands. But it's fair game for everybody. Anybody and everybody can win this contest, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a great time. And not only am I going to post the contest, but I'm going to post some stuff that's going to help you, different like messages that you can use to help you start reaching out to more people, and just different ways that you can be getting these loyal customers. I know that each of you can do it. It doesn't matter if you're brand new or an oldie seasoned distributor. We can all be doing this because they gave us some amazing tools to make sure that we seal the deal. So Ashley, Ashley, unmute yourself. Tell me what you got going on over there. And I'm going to message. I had a couple girls that were going to chat with us tonight too about things that they're doing, getting their businesses off to a great start.
Okay, so I'm really excited about this contest. 1. 2, I think, when did I talk about this? I think this was with my Zoom on Monday, so I'm not repeating myself to everybody, but I'm re-listening to Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, and yesterday the chapter, like a lot of it was about network marketing, and you know, like why it's such an amazing industry to be in. And he goes in with something completely different that I just want to share really quick. So here's the thing. If you haven't read it, do that next. Like if you're currently reading something, finish that and then read this next. And then honestly, I think it's going to be the book I recommend to my newbies, because it's not like, I don't know, it's not like too weird, like for a newbie, like anybody can understand this. And it's so important about, like, the first half of it is about learning your money blueprint. And then the second half of it is, okay, so now that you know it, let's change it. Like, let's figure out how to increase and not have a scarcity mindset. Anyway, so today, it was all about your net worth. And I personally did this after I listened to it. I sat down and did it, and I'm going to challenge all of you to do the same. But basically he said, you know, this book is called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. That doesn't mean being a millionaire, at least for what he's talking about, he's not talking about people who make $1 million a year. He's talking about people whose net worth is at least $1 million, because you can make $1 million a year, but if you have $500,000 that you owe on a house, 50 that you owe on a car, 20 that you know, like if you have all these other things, then making $1 million a year really doesn't matter. Like, you could still be in major debt. And so it's all about net worth. And he said what everybody needs to do is sit down and write down on a piece of paper everything, all your assets. So everything that you own, be it, a house, a car, 401k, savings, checking, anything that you own, write that down, and then write what you owe. So if your house is worth 300,000 but you owe 200, then you need to write down that 200. So if you have a car that's worth 15 and you owe 7, then you're going to subtract that, and whatever is left over is what is your asset. So again, write down everything that you own, then subtract what you still owe on it, and whatever number you end with, that is your current net worth. Then, so you're going to do that, and you're going to write today's date. Then he said in 90 days, you're going to sit down and you're going to do it again. And this whole time throughout your 90 days, all you're going to be focusing on when it comes to money is growing your net worth. And so if you're thinking, whatever that number is, that's the other thing. You need to write down at the top of the page what you currently want your net worth to be. So if it's $1 million, you need to write $1 million at the top. And then in 90 days, you're going to come back, you're going to do it all over again, all your assets, what you owe, and what's that number. And every 90 days, you're going to continue doing it. And if you are doing it correctly, if your mindset is right, and if that's what you're focusing on, but also if you're managing your money well, which I have to tell you a quick story about that, that net worth should increase every 90 days. If you come back in 90 days and it's decreased or it's the same, then you are doing something wrong. Whether it's you're going to have to figure out, what am I doing wrong? Am I managing my money wrong? Am I not increasing my paycheck? Am I doing both those things right, but my mindset isn't right? So I really, really encourage you guys to do that. And then the side note of managing your money well, he told a really quick story about, so a father took his son to go get ice cream. And the little boy wanted an ice cream cone, and so that's what he got him. As they're walking out, the ice cream was a little bit too tall, and the ice cream fell to the ground. And the boy was obviously sad and was like, "Can we go get more?" And he said yes. When they walked back in, there's a picture on the wall of a triple dipper cone. And the boy was like, "Daddy, that's the one I want." And he was like, "No, son, if you can't handle 1 scoop of ice cream on your cone, there's no way you can handle 3. And the author of the book basically said, picture that little boy as you, the ice cream is money, and the Father is God. If God is giving you money and you're not managing it well, why in the world is he going to give you more?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, wow," slap in the face. So those are like the 2 big ahas for me today. I really, really am excited about this net worth exercise. But also it was just all about managing your money well. And he gives so many different things to do. And I actually did all of them, but it's going to take too long to tell you. That's all about where to start today. No matter how much money you have in your bank account, what exactly to do today. Go get the book. Basically, this was all a promotion for the book. So I guess he owes me money for promoting it. It's fine.
She sponsors him.
Mm-hmm.
That was so good, though. Oh, man, I forgot how good that book was. I need to go back and read it, because that analogy was just like, boom, it hit me like a ton of bricks.
Well, Yeah, same. No, it's not A Millionaire Mindset. It's Secrets of the Millionaire Mind I'll type it in the chat.
I'm writing it down real quick too. Okay, so we have a couple more minutes, and I have two people I'm going to call on. One of them knows I'm going to call on them, and one of them they don't. This is going to be a surprise. So, first one is Miss Jordan. Where are you? Unmute yourself. Once you're unmuted, say hi, because I don't see you. Are you on? Oh, I think I see you. Do you know how to unmute yourself? All right, I got you, girl. Okay. You're unmuted. All right, so Jordan is I'm going to let her introduce herself a little bit. First of all, thank you so much, girl, for being so brave and jumping on here. She's been in the business for like just a couple of weeks, and I reached out to her and asked her if she would be so kind to share some tips with us tonight, because she just like hit the ground running from the moment that she got started. She's already reached her first goal and gotten her first 6 loyal customers. I know that she has some potential distributors, and she's just rocking and rolling. So Jordan, can you please introduce yourself real quick, and then I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I don't hear you. Maybe volume's not working. Shoot. Okay, that's okay. We can try again. It's probably just maybe the way that you signed on and didn't do the volume part, and that's okay. It's okay, girl. This is probably her first team Zoom. Like, she's literally been in for no time at all. Anyway, Jordan, so proud of you, girl. We'll make sure that the next time we do this that we get you connected so that you can share. But the second person that I'm going to call on is Shalina. Where are you, girl? Hopefully she's still on. I did see your face before, but hopefully she didn't jump off. Where are you? If she isn't on, I'm going to laugh so hard, because that means
I don't think she's on.
Okay. All right. Well, she's also killing it this month, and I was going to ask her to share some of her tips, but she must have jumped off because I know I saw her face. But that's okay. We'll just wrap it up here. We only have about 10 minutes left. Rochelle, I know you're driving right now, but if you're on and you can talk and have anything you want to say to wrap it up before, oh, you're home. Are you naked?
No, I'm in a towel.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
I was gonna unmute myself really fast. I just ran home and took a shower while you were talking. So one thing that I do know that Shalina is doing that I know she won't mind me sharing, and I actually heard it 3 different times from top leaders tonight. The reason why I was driving and not on tonight is because I was at a mastermind with Brittany Hayes, Ashley Mayfield, Kay Souter, Susan Wade, like all of these ladies that are killing it right now. Much fun, but more importantly, you guys, one thing that like kind of blows my mind every single time that I go to these masterminds is like, I think of my friends, I don't want to say back home in Oregon, because that's not really like, I think I compartmentalize the two. But what's crazy to me is like, when I think of my life before it works, what I used to talk about when we like went to like group settings or like had some wine or like, you know, girls' nights or whatever, what we used to talk about versus what we talk about now is so insane. Like, it used to be like drama and gossip and like whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then now it's like, what latest book are you reading? What did you learn from this training? What did you know, and dissecting and learning and like growing together. And I just love it so much that I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like, if you want to level up, then you need to be willing to dive into books. You need to be willing to do so much self-development that it's not even funny, and not be afraid of it. Like, I've truly, in the last like week and a half, I've been talking to a lot of the girls that are on my team, and I'm, you know, you guys know my first question to you when you're having a hard time is always, what are you reading for self-development? And I got to be honest, and I was honest with you guys too, if it's the same couple of books every time we talk, you know, oh, well, I was reading this and then I switched over to this or whatever. If you've only read a couple of self-development books ever, then you're not growing. You're not expanding. You're not doing the things that you need to be doing for your business to be able to grow. It's the same thing with the ice cream scoop, right? Like how is God going to give you more and have you lead a bigger team and have you keep promoting if you can't handle where you're at right now, right? I hope that that's not coming off rude. It's just the truth. And if we want to level up, we have to be willing to do what the people who are leveling up are doing. Does that make sense? So one thing that 3 girls said here, and I know that Shalina is huge on this, is voice messaging. And I know that this sounds so silly and just like such an easy thing to do. I know if you would have told me this 3 years ago when I first started, if you would have been like, Rochelle, all you have to do is voice message and you'll sign so many more potentials that way, I would have like thrown up and been like, no, thank you. Like they don't need to hear my voice. Like it's fine. And I think that just growing in the business, that, you know, it's like, it's actually more comfortable for me now. And so I think the points that they had tonight at the mastermind were so true. And I want you guys to hear them. The number one point is that people are now shying away from scripted things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you come back and you're salesy, or if you come back and it's very scripted, and I'm not talking about price. Price is something that should probably be scripted, but I'm talking about like telling them your experience in the business, telling them what they can earn in the business, what they can do in the business, what our company is about. All of those things should come from your voice. Because, and again, this is another point that they made, when you're talking to them through voice message, they not only hear a real person, now they trust that you're a real person, number one. But number two, it's so much more trustworthy when you're facing objections. And so I loved this. Brittany Hayes said, you will not find a single potential distributor script in her team page. Not one. There's a video explaining how she signs potential distributors, but she will not, and she'll like explain what she says, but she will not post scripts, because when her team screenshots her and says, when they screenshot her and they're like, hey, what should I say here? And she sees that they're already typing. I promise I'm not naked, you guys. I'm just like trying to like show you that I actually have a towel on. Anyways, okay. She was saying that when they message her and they like say, what should I say? And she sees that they're already typing, she will not help them. She says, delete that right now. You will not get my help unless you voice message, because this is that important. So she tells them, delete what you have right there. You have to voice message with this objection. And I have to say, every time that I voice message, when it comes to whether they're curious about the products, they're skeptical about the products or the business, every single time they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Because you're human and you're explaining it in a different way. And if you're worried right now and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, but I don't have the knowledge that you do, or I'm brand new and I don't know what to say about the Skinny Brew yet, or whatever, send us screenshots, because we can tell you what to voice message. And if you're on my team, you know this. If you come to me with what to say, I say it all the time. Voice message her this, say this, do this, because you want to be a real person, and people are wanting to buy from people like that way more than they're wanting to buy from scripted things anymore, because it's just become very known to be scripty. Does that even make sense? So anyways, I just thought that was a great tip, because Ashley Mayfield actually said that she hadn't signed a single distributor this month, only one. And she signed her one, and then she hadn't signed any more distributors. And she was like, I don't understand what's happening. And I guess one of her teammates was like, oh my gosh, your tip about voice messaging is just like blowing it out of the water for me. I'm signing so many distributors. And she was like, oh my gosh, I haven't been voice messaging. And when she started voice messaging, she signed 6 DTs in 6 days. So like, I'm telling you guys, it works. And we just need to make sure that we're like being more real. And also this makes you more confident. The more that you talk to people out loud, the more that you voice message to people, even as scary as it is, they can't see your face, you guys. So and you can always delete it. You can always delete it. But the more confident. So that's all I had for you, Shelps.
Thank you. That you went out right at the end for me, but I'm pretty sure I heard. Point of the story is voice message, okay? Voice message, people. And one thing too that I love is, even if you're not confident about what you're going to say objection wise, is in Team Bomb Diggity, and I'm pretty sure Rochelle has it in her team page as well, in the scripts section, which I hate even calling them scripts, because people get this like, you know, some people are like, oh yay, scripts, and then other people are like, what? Like, we have to follow a script? Weird. No, these are just like the suggested things that you can say, but in your own voice with your own words, other than, like Rochelle said, like pricing. There's a specific way that you should say pricing, but like, as far, you know, I don't have to go all into it, but anyways, on the scripts unit of the team pages, there's a whole document that has an objection and what you would say back to the objection. And many people, may have in the past copy and pasted it and sent that back to them. But what you can do is you can still use it as a guideline. So go look at that script of objections, see like, oh, I don't have time for this business. Find that one on the list of objections and see what it says underneath it. Get the gist of it and then voice message it back to them. So you still don't need to know everything, you know, especially if you're brand new, or if you struggle at, you know, helping people through their objections. You can still use the scripts, but just, you know, voice message them saying it, not like dot, 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 not like a robot, like reading it off the paper, but just using it as a guide. So Rochelle, thank you for sharing that. That's a huge tip. And I think something that I kind of needed to hear too, just because sometimes I get so in the like, you know, copy and paste or text replacement mode that I forget to like actually be a human and talk to people. So thank you for sharing that. All right, you guys, this was like, I've so much information overload. Everything everybody shared was so good. Look out for the contest. I'll be posting it probably tonight or maybe first thing tomorrow morning. And I'm excited to see who's going to qualify for the contest and who's going to win these prizes. I love you all. Have a great night. And thank you for jumping on.
Shelby, thank you so much for messaging me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Because that was like, that made me watch this, and I have way more confidence now. Just so you know. And then seeing this video was amazing. So thank you so much.
Yay, I'm so glad. Thank you, girls. Bye.
Bye.